Today we will discuss chapter 1. Okay, so today you can ask any question regarding chapter 1. Okay, so this is the question that I have posted yesterday. A lightning bolt with 10 kilo amp strikes an object for 50 microseconds. How much charge is deposited on the object? So the keyword is charge. Charge is Q. Q is equal to IT. Okay. So I is current 15 micro. 50. Okay, this is 15. Multiply with micro. Okay, 15 multiply with micro. And then multiply with T. T is time times. I is 10k. Okay, 10k multiply with 50 micro, and we will get 150 millicoulomb. Okay. So please always leave your answer in 3 decimal points. Any question? Any question? No question. Okay. Okay, the next question is a rechargeable flashlight battery is capable of delivering 90 milliamps for about 12 hours. How much charge can it release at that rate? Okay, there is 2 questions here. How much charge? Okay, the second question is if its terminal voltage is 1.5 volt, how much energy can the battery deliver? The second question is how much energy? Okay, so the first question is charge. Charge is equal to Q is equal to IT. So I is 90 milli. Okay, multiply with T. T is time. Time is 12 hour. Multiply with 12. Okay. Multiply with 12 hours. So 12 multiply with 1 hour is 60 minutes. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So times 60 times 60, we get 3.888 kilocoulomb. Okay, and then the next question is how much energy? Okay, if you refer to your slide, okay, V is equal to, this is slide number 32. V is equal to energy divided with Q. Okay, so Q is equal to E here is equal to energy. Okay, energy. E is equal to W here. Okay, so W is equal to Q times V. Q times V. Okay, E is energy. Okay, here this W is equal to energy. Okay, so E is equal to Q times V. Q is equal to this 3.88 kilocoulomb. Multiply with V is equal to 1.5 volt, we get 5.832 kilojoule. Okay. The next question is find V naught. Okay. Find V naught and power absorbed by each element in the circuit. So where is the V naught? V naught is here. So we have to find V naught and then power by each element, and then you have to calculate each power. Okay. So how to calculate V? V is equal to I. V is equal to how to find the V, and then how to find power. P is equal to, we have three formula of P. Okay, please someone type the formula here. What is the formula of P? P equals to IV. Okay. Yes, lagi we have three formula of P. P equal to IV, and then Farhan. Farhan, P equal to? Are you with me?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, type here. P equal to, we have three formula of power. Is it in our notes?
P equal to, yes.
Hmm.
P to,
Or you can search. You can Google.
yeah. P equal,
I square R. Okay, another one.
aduh.
You can search. Yeah, V square over R. Okay, so we have three formula of power. Okay, so you can use either one, depends on the information that you have. Okay, so let's say we start with calculating power. Okay, so we start with this. Let's say we start with this voltage source. So we have current here and voltage. So we can use formula P equal to IV, or yes, only that formula P equal to IV. So I is equal to 6 multiply with 30, and we get 180. Okay, so refer to this solution. The current is V squared G. Okay, yes, V squared G. G is conductance. Okay, G is reciprocal of R. Okay, so here the current is negative. Why the current is negative? Because current entering the negative terminal. Okay, current entering negative terminal. Or you can just I want to use. Okay. Or you can just write P is equal to IV. Okay, here P equal to IV. Okay, you can just write P is equal to IV is equal to 6 multiply with 30. Okay, and you get 180 watts, and then you put in the bracket whether it is supply or absorb. Okay, please bear in your mind, supply voltage, supply current, it supply power. So you put in the bracket supplying. Okay. Okay, so this answer is acceptable. You may write like this. You put negative in for current, okay, because current entering the negative terminal, okay, and then your answer is directly you get minus 180 watt. Or you just ignore for the current entering or leaving the terminal, entering negative or entering positive terminal. You just multiply the current and the voltage, you get the answer, and you put in the bracket supplying or absorbing. Okay, all passive element like resistor, okay, absorbing the power. All the supply, voltage supply, supplying power. Okay, any question up here? Okay, and then power we go for this element. This is maybe a resistor. Okay, so we have current and voltage. Okay, sekejap. Afi. Okay, so power here is IV. So 6 multiply with 12, you get 72. Okay, so this is passive element. Okay, so maybe this is a resistor. So you will get, so this element absorbing power. Okay, you may put in the bracket absorbing, or you may leave your answer like this, 72 watt. Same goes for other element. Okay, so the next is this one. So 28 multiply with 1. Okay, so we get 28 here. Okay, and then this 28 multiply with 2, 56. And then this one 5 multiply with I naught. This is active element. Okay, so this is voltage source, but the diamond shape here is because this is apa ni, dependent source. Okay, dependent, we call it as dependent source because the value of the voltage source is depends on I naught here. This is current control voltage source. Okay, because the value of this voltage is depends on the current. What's the current? It is I naught. So depends on I naught. Where is I naught? I naught is here. So 5 multiply with 2, we get 10 volt here. 10 volt multiply with 3. Okay, we get 30 watt. Of course, this is supplying. Okay, you may, or you may just write 30 watt in the bracket, supplying. Okay, this is the total power. Okay, and then you have to sum all the absorbing element, I mean the passive element. Okay, the power of here plus the power of this element plus the power of this element, and the power here. Okay, it must be equal to the power of 30 plus the power of here. Okay, how about the power of V naught? Okay, so now 180. Okay, so you may write like this, 180. Okay, we have 180 and then 70. 180 is here. Okay, minus 72. Sorry, minus 180 and then plus 72 plus 56 plus 28 minus 30 plus the power of here is equal to 0, and you will get 54 watts. Okay, or you can write like this. What is the power of 30 volts? 180. Okay, so 180 plus the power of dependent source is 30 plus 30 is equal to the power, all the power is 72, 56 is equal to 72 plus 56 plus 28. Okay, plus power of V naught. Okay, and then you will get the power of V naught. Power of V naught. Okay, is equal to okay. Any question? Any question? Uh, can understand? Okay, so power of V naught is equal to 54. Okay, so this is the supplying power. The supplying power must equal to the absorbing power. Okay? So you will get equal to 54. Then V is equal to, okay, V naught is equal to P divided with I. Okay, right. So 54 divided with 3. And you will get this 18 volts. Can you explain again how do find the P for 5 I naught? Okay, 5 I naught, the power of 5 I naught. So this is 5 I naught. 5 I naught. Okay, this is what we call as dependent source. Okay, dependent source. When you see the diamond shape, it is dependent source. Why we call it as dependent source? Because the value of the source is depends on other variable. Okay, so in this case, this value of voltage source depends on I naught. Okay, depends on other current, which is I naught. I naught is here 2 amps. So the value of voltage source here is equal to, okay, equal to equal to 5 times 2. Okay, the value of voltage source here is equal to 5 times I2, I naught. Okay, so it is equal to 5 times 2 is equal to 10 volts. Okay, the value of this supply voltage source is 10 volt. Okay, so 10 multiplied with 3, we get 30. Why minus? Because it is voltage source. It is power source. So power source must supplying. Okay, so the value must be negative. Okay. Any other question? Why minus 3? Okay, minus 3 because the current entering the negative terminal. This 3 amp, okay, flow like this. Flow like this. Okay, so when it enter the negative terminal, so we put negative. Okay, that's why we get negative power. Or you can also just write positive 30 watts. Okay, but you please put in the bracket supplying. Okay. Okay, now any question regarding our extra exercises here? Negative sign just to understand the direction of electricity, right? The positive, okay, bear in your mind that all power source like current source and voltage source have a negative sign of power. Okay, yes, right, negative and positive to understand the direction of electricity. Okay, but this negative and positive power basically is only used in this chapter because we want to introduce the principle of power. Okay, when you go for further analysis, we always ignore the notation of or the sign of negative power. Okay. In this chapter, I just want to know that power voltage supply, okay, always supplying, okay, supplying the power. The other passive element like resistor, capacitor, inductor absorbing the power. Okay, so you may write, okay, the power minus 30 watt, or you just write 30 watt in the bracket supplying. Okay, 30 watt in the bracket supplying, like this. 180 watt in the bracket you put supplying, or you just write minus 180. Means that the total power supply in the circuit must be equal to total power absorbing, right? Okay. Okay. I wrote this. This is supplying powers. The summation of supplying powers. Okay. We get it from the voltage sources. Okay. It must equal to the all power absorbed by all other element, passive element. Okay. It is from resistors. Any question? Have you watched my video yesterday on chapter 1? Okay, but if you have time, you can proceed to chapter 2 so that next week you will be more understand. Okay, now I want to review all slides in chapter 1. So if you have any question, you just ask. Okay, if you have question on each slide, just ask in our chatting panel. Okay, this is very basic. Just ask me if you have any question. EMF and potential difference. EMF is for source only. Potential difference is for other element. Okay, can you understand my video in chapter 1 that I have posted yesterday? Can you understand? Yes. Then I can understand. The negative sign for the P independent source and the P for dependent source should not include in the calculation. You can include it or you may not include it. Okay, if you, okay, there is two method. Okay, I can, me as your lecturer, okay, I can accept your calculation if you do not put negative sign, but put in the bracket supplying. For this chapter only, for chapter 1 only. Okay, as I said previously, for chapter 2 and above, we always ignore the notation of negative for power. Okay, because we know that supply voltage, supplying power. Okay, the value of power is negative, just like that. Okay, other elements such as resistor, absorbing power. Okay, the value of power is always positive. Okay, so you can exclude the negative sign, but you should know that that element is power source. It supplying power. Okay, that's all. You may include it or you may not. Okay, why that negative sometimes is important? Because if you write this equation, okay, that negative sign is beneficial, okay, because otherwise you will not get this value. Okay, That negative sign is beneficial for this equation to write equivalent of absorbing power and supplying power. Okay, so I just review all the each slide in chapter 1. If we want to exclude, we need you need to put supplying, okay? In this chapter 1. Okay? Yeah, you need to put supplying. Okay, sometimes you may confuse where you want to put negative sign for current or for voltage, right? Okay, so you just multiply V and I and then you put in the bracket supplying or absorbing. Okay, we measure current by multimeter or ammeter. We put the ammeter in series with the circuit. Okay, we put the voltmeter in parallel to the element. Okay, so active element is supplying element, okay, such as voltage source, okay. Passive element is resistor, capacitor, and so on. It not supply current or voltage. We have two sources of independent and dependent. So in this circuit, which one is dependent source and which one is independent source? Which one is independent source? In this circuit, which one is independent source? Balkis want to answer? Supplying and absorbing power, are they equal? What is the difference between supplying and absorbing power? Okay, power source supplying, okay, like this 30 volt supplying, this source supplying, okay, they supplying power to the elements in the circuit, to this circuit, to this element, to this element, this element, and this element. Okay, so now in this circuit we have two power source. Okay, this and this. This is supplying power. Both elements supplying power. Okay, the rest, okay, the rectangle shape here, we have 4 rectangle shape here. We assume that this is a resistor. Okay, so all the 4 resistor here absorbing power, not equal. Okay, supplying and absorbing not equal. 30 volt is independent. The bulat one, yes, the round one is supplying. Is independent because the value of the source is fixed. Okay, it's 30 volt. Dependent source is the diamond one. Diamond kan ya? Diamond Okay, the diamond one. Because the value of the source is depend on other variable. In this case, it depends on current. What current? I know. Where is I know? Here. Okay. Here is 3 amps. So the voltage here will change to 5 times 3. We get 15 volt. Okay. So how to know the equation is from chapter 1? We know and absorb sampai itu je ke? How to know the equation is from chapter 1? Okay. In your final exam, question number 1 is chapter 1. Okay. and absorb supplying tu je ke? Cannot understand. V0 and S1 je ke? Chapter 1? Iskandar, I cannot understand. Okay, from chapter 1, question 1 in final exam is chapter 1. Gelak ya Afiq. How to use ohmmeter in a circuit? Okay, you just get the meter and put at the terminal of the resistor, and you will get the value of the resistance. Okay, like this. Mana nak conteng? Measuring voltage, okay, this is meter, okay, or multimeter, okay. Okay, you just take out the resistor and you just tap to the both end of the resistor, and you will get the value. In parallel or series, like this. In parallel, of course, in parallel. Okay. To measure resistance, you may connect the resistance to the circuit and put the meter parallel to the resistor, or you just can take out the resistor because the resistance, the value of resistance is not depends on the circuit. Okay, it is the resistance itself. You can take out and measure the resistance. Any other question? Can you understand the dependent source? Okay, this is dependent source. We have 4 types. Can I understand dependent source? Can, right? Good. Class, why not you share your face so that we can know each other before the class is end. Don't have camera. Okay. Okay, so any question regarding chapter 1? Because next week we will learn chapter 2. Where we can get other reference for this chapter? Okay, refer to Sadiku book. You can find the physical book, okay, the book itself, or you may get no camera and even. Okay, you can get ebook, okay. Yeah, Google. So far, how's your online class with other subject as well? Do you like online class? And of course, your first experience in UTM is online class. Dari kelas first kami. So we only use the formula that we already learned before this, right? What formula? Dari kelas first kami. This is our first online class with you, yes. Oh, okay. We don't like online class. Better learn face to face, yes. But this is new norm, okay? We have to face it. Okay. For electrical parts, okay, I mean for my parts, okay, for the half of this semester, we always refer to Sadiku book. Okay. Okay, reference number 2, 3, 5 is for electronic part. Okay. So for the half of this semester, we always refer to Sadiku book. Yes, I know that we prefer face-to-face learning. Okay. But you can perform well even through online classes. Okay. Okay. Any question regarding chapter 1? No question? If no question, so I will end this session. Any other question? If there is, okay, so please take this opportunity to ask question. Okay. Where can we get chapter 2 slide? Okay, I will upload chapter 2 by this week. Kita open week 2 in YouLearn. This week insyaAllah, I will open. Semangat Okay. I don't want to put burden on you. Okay, so you settle on chapter 1, then I will upload chapter 2. InsyaAllah after this I will upload chapter 2. Okay, please take this opportunity to ask question. Do not keep it until end of the semester, okay? Do not keep it until before your final exam. Ask the question. You have opportunity to ask, okay? The success depends on you, yourself. If there is no question, I will end this session. Okay? Okay, everybody? Okay, that's all for today. If we have question, we will contact Doctor. Apa ni? Yes, you can contact me. You also work from home. No, this is, I'm not in my office at UTM. Okay. So let me start recording.